Hello, lovely ones. This is Morrigan. I woke up early this morning with my brain and my heart and my soul on fire, and I just had to get it out before I started my day. A day or so ago, I had a little bit of an outburst in the public forum of Facebook, and some might call those moments that I have a little bit of a rant. I kind of watched people as they responded in various ways. Some were, yay, go girl, and some were like, oh, I wish you wouldn't be so negative. Yes, of course, everyone's going to come from their own perception of what they think I'm doing or who they think I am, and more importantly, who they are. People's perception is always based on who they are in themselves. And so as I scrolled through all the comments and I honored each and every one of them, I found something very interesting happening within me. Whenever someone would comment that they think that I am being negative, or they think that I am adding to this situation by having this outburst, I found myself wanting to make myself more quiet. I wanted to explain to them why I was going through this. There was a lot of defending and a lot of apologizing and explaining. And then I would catch myself and I'm like, wait. I'm not going to apologize for my feelings anymore. And this is actually a lifelong process for me. I grew up in a household where anger was not allowed. My feelings didn't matter. And so I grew up being a people pleaser, wanting to keep myself quiet, wanting to keep, everyone else okay with whoever I was being. And over the years, I've learned that anger is actually very valuable. It's an amazing energy that can catapult us into a change for the better. In my 20s and my 30s, my relationships really took the hit because I would hold it all in, and for days I would not realize I was even angry until 4 or 5 days later I would realize. And then of course you go back to the person that you're upset at and you say, hey, I know it's been 4 or 5 days, but I was really mad at you. And then for them to not remember what happened, it was very frustrating. So I lost a lot of relationships that way because, that's fair. They didn't know why I was mad, and it was very stressful for them. So I get that. But I remember the moment I realized I was angry. In the moment I was angry, I had worked over the years to whittle that response time down until finally I was in the moment and I realized I was angry. And it was the most glorious feeling to have the awareness in real time that I have this feeling. And so I really felt like that was a breakthrough. Now, with all powerful self-expression movements, of course, there is responsibility and accountability. I am by no means condoning the act of ranting and venting and purging without having the ability to look at self. Always, it's about looking at self and looking at, am I being constructive with this outburst, or is it just destructive? And so over the years, I've coined the phrase focused anger. Focused anger is much more than just a destructive outburst of the crimes against you. I am by no means saying that all you have to do is explode and everything's going to be okay. If you're trying just to get sympathy, or you're beating the drum of how you are a victim or how you are a martyr, that's not serving anybody. That's just you feeding the wound and wanting others to validate you that you have this wound. That will never get you into the healing process. And so anytime we have these moments of anger and outburst, the responsibility lies on us, are we being focused with this? Is this a healthy expression of anger, or are we just venting and spewing? Now, To the masses, it may look like you're just venting, but anybody that knows me knows I don't just vent. I'm usually pretty aware of when I have my outbursts. It's taken me years to get to that place, but it's very, very productive for me. And it feeds the Aries fire. Are you kidding me? Please. So, what I want to talk about is if you're just staying stuck, if you're just getting angry, if you're looking at life as this always happens to me, what's really, really important is for you to get, is there a pattern? Am I the common denominator to these things that are happening to me? Yes, we all have responsibility in our experiences. However, more importantly, I want to focus on the importance of allowing yourself to express your anger, to allow yourself to express your frustration outwardly, to speak against the things that are harming you, to speak against what others may be doing to you. That's much different than being the victim and saying, why does this always happen to me? And there's a very fine line between being victim and being a speaker against the crimes against you. And I look at it much like a forest fire or a volcano. These gigantic bursts of energy have a purpose. They have a purpose in your life. They have a purpose in nature. They are to clear the way for new life. Never, ever, ever let someone tell you to be quiet or calm down or that anger isn't attractive or you're not pretty when you're angry. Women hear this a lot. We're told that we should just smile. How many times have you walked down the street without any kind of facial expression, and a stranger came up to you and said, "Oh, you should smile. You're so pretty when you smile." This is a programming that humanity has that women should just be pretty. And so anytime a woman expresses anger, we equate that with ugly, and it makes us uncomfortable. It's hardwired in there. It's subconscious. We all do it on some level, and we like our women to be pretty, to be fair, to be delicate, and sometimes women just aren't. We get angry too. We get angry too. They will want you to be less. Please, 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 never, ever, ever be less for someone else's comfort. Politely, of course, but firmly say thank you, but no. Thank you, but no. Your voice has a beautiful sound. Anger has a value. It can be jet fuel to propel you into the next level. That's what's so beautiful about focused anger, is it can finally be the moment of clarity where that forest fire emblazons your path and you realize, I've been doing this wrong all along, and I see it now. I see the end. I see where I've been messing up. I see where I've been being quiet, and I don't want to do that anymore. I can see the fucking end of the road, and I'm doing it. That's what anger can be. Anger can be jet fuel to get you from where you are to where you're going. And it can be a poignant, purposeful expression. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Tears are cleansing. That's another level of that, right? Sometimes I get so mad, I literally can't see straight. My vision crosses. I think that's the Irish in me. You know, when people say I'm so mad I can't see straight, that's quite literal for me. That's how I know I need to ground because whatever's coming next could be bad. So I take a moment and I breathe, but inevitably tears come. It makes me so angry that I'll start crying. Your anger has value. Your tears can be cleansing. Your laughter slays demons. Your quietness regenerates you. And your strength is inspiring. Never lower yourself, minimize yourself, cower, quieten. hold back, shrink, soften. Never, ever be less than you want to be just because someone else is uncomfortable with you being that. As long as it aligns with your heart and your soul, be whoever and whatever you want to be. Without apology. Without making it okay with everyone. It was just such an interesting juxtaposition for me to watch my outburst on Facebook, to see the support, but then see how some people said, wow, you have a lot of these conversations going on lately. Yeah, you're right. I think I'm on my 7th or 8th breakup over the 7 months of this retrograde ascension work. A lot of people are leaving my life. Yeah, immediately I go to the common denominator. Is this my doing? Am I doing this? Is there something going on in me? So when I align with my voice, when I align with my anger that these things are happening in my life, and I'm clear that I am not calling them in, I am not doing these things to people that they say I am doing. When I am aligned with my integrity and I am aligned with my soul, I have a right to be upset when things happen to me, when I know that I am not doing them. So when you are feeling that anger boil up in you, when you're feeling like you need to express it, yes, a quick check-in to align yourself with the truth within you, but then express the way you feel. We need you to be exactly the way you are. We need you in the world. The world needs you the way you want to be. Not the way that others will be okay with you, but the shining star you promised the world you would be. And that encompasses all that is, all of the emotions, all of the reactions, all of the messy fucking experiences you could muster. We need you to be who you are. Be brave, stand up, and express. I love you. Have a great day.